In this video, we're going to walk through how to generate descriptive statistics on a set of data that you might have hanging around in Excel. This video builds on a previous video that shows you how to create a normally distributed set of sample data using Excel. And in my case, I'm using that sample data as the starting point for this video. However, it doesn't really matter where your data came from. It should work pretty much the same as long as you've got some numerical data to work with. To do this, we want to use the analysis tool pack, and that is found under the data tab. And oh no, it's not here. If this is your situation as well, you may have to turn it on. So to turn on the analysis tool pack, we're going to go to File. We're going to click on Options. And then in this window that comes up, we're going to go to Add-ins, which is on the left side. So we clicked File, Options, Add-ins, and now down here at the bottom it says Manage. It shows Excel Add-ins, and I'm going to say Go. And that brings up one last window, and the top one right here, Analysis Tool Pack. That's the one we want. Go ahead and check it, say OK, and then watch, and you'll see there it is. It popped up in my Data tab on the ribbon. So now I can go ahead and click Data Analysis and get something done. Now, because all of my data here has lots of, it's all floating point data, I want to knock the decimal places off this data. So I'm going to do a quick formula here. So let's round this, and then it wants to know the number of digits. Let's do 0. And so that rounded my 98.7 to 99, and then I'm going to copy that down. So now my data is all integers and not floating point. Now let's go ahead and do our data analysis. So I'm going to click Data Analysis, and it's going to open a window for me. And I want descriptive statistics, so I'll say OK. And that opens this new window. For descriptive statistics, it wants to know what data are you trying to describe. So this input range is the data that we want to describe. So I'm going to click in the input range and then select my data. I do not have a label in the first row. If you did, it would put a nice label on top of your data. So don't check that unless you do have a label. And for an output, I don't want a new worksheet. I'm just going to go ahead and add this to the same workbook. So I'm going to click here in this box, and I'm going to go ahead and drop this in J4. And then I'm going to tag that I want summary statistics and confidence level for the mean. And you can actually say, do you want like 90, 95%, or 99% by changing this box. Let's go ahead and say OK. And there it went. It's just generated my descriptive statistics. So the question might come up, what if I have multiple columns of data? Can I actually generate descriptive statistics on multiple columns? And the answer is yes. Let's go ahead and build just real quick some multiple columns of data. So I like this column here. I'll copy it, and then I'm going to paste special values over here in column M. So paste values. And then let's go ahead and grab a new set of data. I'll copy that and then go to column N. Let's do paste special data or paste special values. And then every time I do something, this column changes, so I can just copy it again. I click copy and then go back. Let's go to column O and do paste values. So I now have 3 columns of data. I'm going to give these columns names. We'll do something creative like data 1, data 2, and data 3. And now let's go ahead and build descriptive statistics for all 3 columns. So I'm going to go to the Data tab and choose Data Analysis and choose Descriptive Statistics and say OK. Now my input range needs to change, and this time I'm going to include the headers on top of the columns. So it shows all 3 columns of data and their headers. It's grouped by columns, and I do have labels in the first row. For an output range, let's throw this into a new worksheet. And I'm going to leave all the summary statistics. So now I'm going to say OK.